It's so good to have everybody here as transition is taking place from our private sacred space live, and we are live. So thank you. Thank you everybody for joining. We are coming from all over the world, yet I'm holding space from Australia, Anastasia Blue Beyond Guide, and I just welcome anybody that is joining here now or when you see this later. This is a free divine healing, and with me I have the amazing 144 private Facebook group, 144 New Earth Paradigm Pioneers, and I have Chris holding space with me. So thank you for holding space with me, Chris, with everybody today. Is there anything that you would like to share in our welcome here with everybody?
I'm just grateful to be here with you, holding space, Anastasia, with you and the whole 144 New Earth Paradigm Pioneers. And, you know, it's just a blessing to be here and to hold this space and see what comes. Thank you.
And everybody, this is about bringing new joy and happiness, and this is more than just the words. This is newly creating new joy, because to keep going we need to have joy, right? And just as I was talking to everybody before we came in, I asked everybody to bring their energy into their own spaces. So I ask the same with you at this moment, to visualize just a protection bubble around yourself, or do what I call a reverse waterfall and see your energy whooshing back into yourself. Would be really beneficial at this time, because there's really super powerful energies. There's a few energy boundaries that I would like to share here, is that when I speak and when I talk and table, the energies are from spirit. Whenever I say something or mention something, it's not personal, it's all energies. We're feeling at the moment very much a discombobulation with the physical releasing through our bodies. We need to take giant steps back ×3 from others' energy spaces, even further than before. So welcome everyone. It is Easter Sunday, the 9th of April here in Australia. Resurrection energies, ISHTAR energies, whatever this is for you at this time. We are, as I'm talking, remember that these are energies coming from my monad, 9th dimensional energies coming from 8, 7, 6, and 5 to voice and table, because voicing, tabling, and talking is the new way to move forward, to hear yourself, uptake for yourself. You are your own healer. Thank you everybody for being here and holding space, masters. Those of you of the 144 and those of you that are watching, bless and thank you so much. So we have beautiful David here, AJ, nice to see you, AJ, Rachel Ikaringo, Rosemary Griffiths, hello sister, Natalie, I'm not sure why you're not there and not with us. What's happening there? Let me have a look. Might not have been able to get in. Could you not get in, Natalie? Try again, Natalie, to come in with the link. So we'll see what's happening there. We're going to cover today a part 2 with Rosanna from 2 weeks ago. Rosanna came on. It was a first of a live divine healing where our Rosanna, where are you, darling? There you are. Give us a wave. Rosanna shared very bravely with us about sexual abuse, emotional abuse, all sorts of different things. You can go back and watch it yourself. I'm not going to go over that. We're going to stay here in this space. And it was the first time that Rosanna revealed about abuse from her mother, sexual abuse, and it was quite a shock to her. That was, I know that how life-changing that would have been. Rosanna, did you feel, it's okay if you don't, it's okay if you do, because I've got lots to work off here. We're going with creating a new flow here. Before you came in, Rosanna, the information that came through was the group, the 144 NEPP, is getting an upgrade by all coming in here for the group's energy, which means new unity and community groups are going through upgrades as well. So did you feel to share anything small at this point, or did you want to wait? What did you feel at the moment? Did you want to share a little bit about what that was for you, darling?
No, I think I need to wait.
Okay, beautiful. So I can see codes downloading, everybody. So however you want to see those codes are downloading right now as we're all coming together. Our energies together are so, so powerful. And what makes us different is we're embodying. And this is the difference from other sharings, videos, information. There's no competition. There is no comparing. There only just is what the energies are. And we are embodying, feet on the ground, eyes on the star. And this is what the difference is. And this is what people are looking for. They're looking for something deeper and further. And I'm sure all of you can agree. We're just still letting people come in, which is good. So currently, everybody, we're breaking through like a membrane over the eye of the needle. And it is a bit painful to break through the old membrane through the other side. There's a release from the solar plexus. It's a massive purge of old 3D energy. So at the moment, with everything else going on in your personal ascension, in spirit, soul, mental, emotional, and the last place we feel is the physical, is there is a big, massive purge. You can call it with the resurrection energies, with the emerald order energies, with the recent equinox, with the current full moon, and there's coming up eclipses. So there is always so much happening on, and all the planetary and everything that's going on. I don't focus on all that. What we focus on is in here, because there'll always be an eclipse, a moon, a planetary, yes, but it's about in here. So please know we are purging ancient family, abundance, negative family patterns deep, deep within, for those inner alchemists who are feeling deeply and processing bravely through themselves, not only for themselves, but for everyone. How many of you are feeling those energies right now? I know quite a few of you have spoken to me. Yeah. So that just gives an indication. Now, the reason I have everyone on mute is our energies are so powerful that if I took everyone off mute, we did this the other day in the group, and I nearly couldn't breathe. We couldn't breathe. So our energies, I just want to remind everyone how powerful you are just by showing up and taking a human breath. You are amazing. You are definitely not alone. I don't know how many times we will say this as much as we need to, because some of us have been on this journey for quite some years, 26 years plus here. Others, doesn't matter. It's not a competition, but just is what it is that others are now starting to awaken. And please know there are two Earths and two timelines happening. And I'll talk about that more soon. So what's happening now is there's a new DNA helix coming up. So if you look at this picture here, I can't believe I'm picking up this picture. There's the DNA helix right here. And there's the chalice and the Holy Grail right there. And that's my higher self. And I'm a code carrier for the Grail DNA codes. And there's the DNA. So right now coming up is a DNA helix. You just visualize that. Coming up. Okay, that feels beautiful. Multiple strands, but that's all we need to know. You don't need to go into the head and ask questions. Again, we didn't know what was coming up, and that's coming up through the center. Who's feeling that coming through right now? And if you're not, it's okay. Yeah, specifically. See, different people feel different things, and there's no set way. Beautiful. So everyone's bringing up that helix themselves. So this is part of the resurrection, Phoenix, the divine goddess energies. From spirit to soul and our human embodiment, we are a first to this planet, bringing through inner alchemy, consciously feeling deeply. And I want to share that these Christ codes that were coming through before, because that's what they are. And the divine feminine ISHTAR energy rising, the emerald energies, because this is what's come from Celia Fenn. And this is to focus on your crown right now. Transmissions of emerald codes from the star garden of Aldebaran to activate the emerald heart of earth and guide us as we manifest new earth and bring heaven to earth. This is the time to feel our beautiful and powerful connection with nature and the elemental world as the emerald light begins to rise. I will share a little bit more about the emerald light soon. In the picture, free from domination was the emerald crystal that was given to me a few years ago. And now Celia is talking more about the emerald energies at this time. Lisa Renee is another source that I draw from in bits. I work with those energies, and of course with Shakina as well. They're pretty much the only energies that I can relate to on this planet at the moment. So let your light shine and be seen. We are creating a legacy of human embodiment energies that other souls may see when guided. Please know you are making a big difference to humanity, rising up out of the ashes time and time again. We are in a full moon in Libra, and we're on an Easter weekend here, and we're activating the emerald heart of the earth by us coming together. So see the emerald crystal and color in your higher heart right now, because the emerald crystal heart is an extensive interdimensional circuitry. You just need to hear these words and uptake the vibration. You do not need to consciously fully understand what I'm about to read. This is about you uptaking and being present to show you that you showing up is enough, is enough. An extensive interdimensional circuitry that's designed for running the cosmic Holy Father's emerald ray from the cosmic God world trinity into the universal, galactic, and planetary levels of existence. The return of the emerald order restores the emerald ray, which carries the energetic catalyst that is similar to a lightning strike that delivers a blast of plasma, massive plasma current directly into the inner chambers of the emerald crystal heart center in the planetary body, in your body, which is the planetary body. And this event causes an electromagnetic reset in the planetary grid network or Albion light body, which will flip the magnetic positions. The magnetic pole flip will not result in a destructive pole shift. It is a correction to the anti-life reversals that have been used in NAA, alien machinery, that invert the direction of the planetary current moving through the lane lines. It has been made very clear that our planet will not suffer surface cataclysm with the pole shift. However, there will be a magnetic reset that greatly weakens the gravitational pull, and we are living through that magnetic shift now. So all you need to feel to resonate. Your cells are so intelligent, you're uptaking by listening, taking this in for yourself. Lisa Renee shares, we've witnessed the restoration of the beloved Magi Grail King Arthur rise in Albion as the cosmic father emerald ray holder. To me, I don't understand. I just know that I have a deeper understanding of that. But if someone asks me to explain that, I'm unable to. That's very okay to be like that. Let's get real here. There's people that memorize this stuff and then they become spiritual gurus and they have all this knowledge and knowing, yet to feel it, embody and live it, different kettle of fish, different pole. And that's the difference here. So which one do you want to do? And I'm not going to call it fake, but do you want to do the fake stuff of in there learning and growing and reciting and sharing, or you're going to get real and you're going to anchor and embody and feel and uptake these divine emerald code, Christ code energies right now? Which one? Well, you're here, so you've already chosen. Boom, boom. Chris, is there anything, I know you're deep in your space there, is there anything that you'd like to share with anything so I can just take a breath?
Yeah,
I just, if, and yeah.
totally.
Thank you.
And really, what I'd like to share is like what you were just saying right there is, you know, now is the perfect opportunity to kind of point out the difference between new ascension and old ascension, because like what you're saying to me, you know, like that information right there, if you take it in from the heart, you'll totally feel it. But if you take it from the head, you'll get caught up in all the terms and like trying to figure it out, and you know, or you kind of get caught up in all the astral stuff. And like that's why I feel like a lot of people are getting caught up with ascension now, because it's like they're coming at it from the head. So everything in the fantasy sounds cool, but to bring it into the human and to embody is the thing that I feel like so many are lacking, you know, and that's what we're working on here, is to embody and not really lead by knowledge and sharing, you know, so much as example and just simply showing up and shining our light as we're doing here today.
Now, as you spoke, what I felt was an anchoring into Mother Earth. As you brought that information in, this is also a balancing of the divine feminine and divine masculine as well. So thank you. I'm feeling somebody wants to share something. Okay. Is there one person particular, 144 NEPP? Is it you, Rosie, that feels to share something at this time? There's something someone needs to share. You're good? Is anyone else particular? Sorry, darling. Rosie?
No, I'm good at the moment. Nothing to share. I'm just processing, just feeling the energies.
Okay. How are you feeling at the moment with everything?
There's a lot happening around the throat.
Yep.
Yeah. It's yeah, I'm just there's more happening in the body than in the head, so there's not much to say.
It'll come. You're just feeling at the moment and you're comfortable in that. Bless you. Thank you for even being here today, and thank you for everybody being here today. It's a big deal to me. I really do honor that each one of you got up and out of bed or for your day to come in here to share our energy with everybody else. No one's asked us to do this. We are choosing to come to humanity, to come together, to choose through joy. And because we care and we're here for a reason. So let me keep talking about the Emerald Heart. We're not finished here yet. So basically what it's saying here, that the NAA, the negative agenda entities, they are shock and disbelief about the return of the Emerald Order, that the Cabal have planned for thousands of years to manifest this other consciousness, and now the Emerald Order has resurrected Solar Michael as the anointed Christ of the Emerald Sun to be the protector of the Holy Mother, Sophianic Grail, and the Matter Realm, which contains the Omni Love poured forth into the chalice of creation, what I was talking about here, from the cosmic Emerald Heart principle, connecting with Earth again. Freezing. Okay, beautiful. I'm just reading messages. So I want to share that Celia, what she's bringing through, she shared that the most important part of this project is the divine masculine and feminine into balance, and that the new masculine energy, nature, is sparking a deep renewal, and the divine feminine is nurturing the emerging new forms of nature for the new earth. So that energy has come in. Everything that I've read out has a vibration. And the focus that has come through recently is about clearing the old abundance, negative family patterns, opening the heart belief in abundance. Okay, so energy starting to clear up. Whew. So as the emerald heart of earth is revived and linked with the cosmic emerald heart, it restores the emerald sun DNA 48 strand template. And that was, we were getting energies coming through where people can gain access with their personal diamond sun template. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The return of the Holy Emerald Order was finally being announced. Thanks be to God for his inexpressible gift. May our weary hearts find comfort and peace to rejoice in this sacred knowledge. That's what came to read, to bring through those vibrations from Celia Fenn and to voice it, and also from Lisa Renee. Is enough is quite powerful for those of you that have come to this point of having raised your vibration, to know that to be here, to show up, to listen, to feel, to allow is an upgrade within itself. So I would like to share. Chris, is there anything else you're getting to add here, darling?
No, I feel I'm good.
Beautiful. Okay, so a whole heap of group of a whole pot of dragons are coming in now to help everyone. A clutch. And so that's beautiful. The dragons, the whole clutch of dragons has come in. Now, after we also recently we're going through a darkest night of the soul of the old collectively. So it has been back to back of so many things happening with our New Earth Ascension that you can follow as a timeline ahead of time with Anastasia Blue Beyond Guide on Facebook, videos on YouTube. Please like, follow, share for you to get notifications. And for others, okay, there's a buzzing, a general buzzing, and the golden Atlantean dragon has come through. Even though Celia talks about Lemuria, the Atlantean dragon has come through, which is beautiful. So I'm going to get that. Expect the unexpected. Golden Atlantean dragon. And I don't care how unprofessional this may seem that I bring a card up to the screen. I don't care about doing all the pretties and all of that stuff, because this is raw and real. And this is feet on the ground, boots on the ground. Okay. So, and remember, everything I say and speak is for a reason, energetically. So if there's something I'm talking about, that means there's an energy that I need to shift out, and I'm shifting out one right now. Beautiful. I'm enjoying the quiet and the breaks. Awaken, bring back your knowledge, gifts, and talents, reclaim your mastery. Seventh dimensional golden Atlantean dragons hold the keys and codes of the awesome wisdom of golden Atlantis. The golden era of Atlantis lasted for 1,500 years. During this time, the people lived in harmony and happiness in the upper level of the fifth dimension. When we are ready to bring back our innate Atlantean knowledge and wisdom, golden Atlantean dragons will come and reactivate the gifts and talents and information held within our DNA. So what's happening? This is a layered resurrection energy, divine healing. This is another layer. So what you're going to find is when I share ahead of time, then spirit will guide me to cards or runes, and they will just mysteriously, magically, alchemically link in with what I've just spoken. And this is just one of those occasions where it's talking about held within our DNA assisting. And that's when I said the DNA code, because it's always proof, not just words. So this dragon is now helping with that DNA upgrade that came in before. Preparing to claim your mastery, you are ready to dissolve the final veils of amnesia, and your dragons will assist you to do so. Ask it to breathe its golden fire into your third eye so that the final clearance and awakening can take place. Your dragon will then remain with you and shine light into you as you prepare to stand in your power as an Atlantean master. Let's go with you being a master, learning to embody in Christ consciousness growing into fifth dimensional energies, which is pure divine unconditional love, and your connection with the divine is number one. And I say this all the time, and I want to share that the video that we did two weeks ago with Rosanna, so some of the comments, I need to share some of the comments. One of the comments was, I've never had such a deep shift in healing ever this way in my life. Inner child, divine, feminine, family, wounding, shadow healing on a group humanity level. The comment was, I've never had such a deep shift in healing ever this way in my life. Why? Because a beautiful soul, an everyday soul like you and me, was guided to come onto a live video with me, and we just hung out together and chatted. And you got to witness Rosanna and I in our private sacred spaces, where for the very first time, I revealed from behind the scenes a bit of what it's like in a one-on-one session, because it's such a pure divine energy. And in that session, as Chris, you said, what did you say? I was juggling not only, what did you say you observed when I held space with Rosanna?
You weren't only juggling Rosanna's healing alone, but holding the space live and bringing through the energies as well. Yeah, multiple plates.
Yeah, it was a big breakthrough to be able to do that. It was a big breakthrough for Rosanna for the very first time. She probably didn't even know it was going to come up herself. Rosanna, were you aware when you spoke you were actually going to share what you did? Just briefly, darling, were you aware, or just came in the flow?
Just came in the flow. I had no conceptions of what I was going to say or what was going to happen. Sorry, my screen is somehow, yeah.
Yep. Got it. Thank you for that example of your screen going. Bless her. I'll keep going. You know how it goes, guys, the glitches and the whatever. So I'm going to start reading out some comments, because these comments on that healing is part of the resurrection energies. Okay, Rosanna's coming back in right now. We'll just keep going with the flow here. So someone wrote, wow, this is truly huge. Give me a second. She's connecting to audio.
Yeah, sorry, my internet's a bit sporadic this morning.
All right, I'll remove the other you out.
Okay, my two in. Yeah.
Yep. You and your other you, darling.
Yeah, it's freezing and it's stopping.
Of course
yeah.
it is. We just keep going with the flow. We'll keep talking to you when you're off.
Yep.
I'll keep reading out comments. When you come back in, we'll pick up. We just keep pushing through with the flow.
Yep.
So one of the comments that someone wrote, it's a bit windy here. I've got this thing banging away. Excuse me. Someone wrote, wow, this is truly huge. I've been processing since Sunday, completely zonked, not too rattled. I feel I've been through the depths of this theme for myself in my own life. I too have endured sexual abuse within my family as a child. I feel I have so much to share as to how much it affects nearly every aspect of being human. We are really at the core. This seems to be the biggest and darkest, in brackets, and most hidden aspect of the domination of humanity. It goes straight to the core, and the world is rife with it. The statistics are crazy. That's excluding the ones that haven't been counted. It also goes all to the way to the top of this society, destroying so many lives. This is a sexual abuse in families, not only in families, but also I feel like it's one of the most overlooked and pervasive problems of humanity, and at the root of so many issues. So blessed we're able to take this on together now. So that's what one soul wrote when you revealed about yours. It opened a door for and another soul. Wowza, gratitude for the blessing you and Rosanna offered through this healing. The Maggies are just chit-chatting. They're just hanging now, just having a little chat.
Can I say something? Can I say
yes,
something?
darling. Absolutely.
Yeah, I, to be honest, I feel like that situation and what I revealed has been defining me for the last 2 weeks in this group. Because it's been talked about non-stop. you know, it's something that happened to me. It's happened to a lot of people. I'm a lot more than that situation. So I would
Course.
like us to talk about more when we're talking about me. I don't want us just to focus on the child's sexual abuse, because I'm a lot more than that. And I don't want it to be used as a, I don't know, it just feels like it's been sold a little bit. I don't know.
Okay.
It's just feeling uncomfortable for me because I'm
Yeah.
more than that. And I know that, you know, you deleted that comment that I wrote yesterday, and that's okay. But I wrote that comment to let people know that that situation that happened to me doesn't define me. And every time I've been mentioned in the group in the last 2 weeks, it's been about that situation when I'm more than that situation. So I would like, you know, moving forward, when speaking about me or mentioning me, to mention me in my entirety and not just that situation. Hopefully that makes sense to people. Yeah.
It is what it is for you. How does it feel for you to mention that to me here live with the group, with everybody watching? How does that feel? Because normally we would keep something like that private in the group. We wouldn't live stream that.
Well, I think well, the fact that, you know, you mentioned my name when you said you deleted my post because my post needed to be written in a diary first, before I shared it with others. I think, you know, if we're going to be raw and real, then this is me being raw and real. And I'm raw and real in every
Beautiful.
aspect of my life.
Beautiful.
In that, you know, it feels empowering for me to say I'm more than the sexual abuse, and I don't want to be defined, and I don't want Rosanna sexual abuse to be hand in hand. Yes, it happened. Yes, I spoke about it 2 weeks ago. You know, I don't want it to be brought up again, because I've moved on. Yeah, and there's more to me than that. And there's more to everybody than just their abuse.
100%, darling.
Yeah, and I think if we're going to be raw and real, then we need to be raw and real and not. And when I share, I'm not dumping my emotions on anybody. I'm just being vulnerable, which I've never done before. And to be honest, that hurt because I was being vulnerable for the first time with a group of individuals that I've never met in person, and I've never done that before. And then to see a video where I'm being reprimanded in public, not personally, but in public, that I've done something wrong by being raw and real, my head went, oh, I've been told on one hand that I need to be raw and real, but then I'm being told that no, you can't share what's real and raw for you. It needs to be edited and approved and refined before you share what's raw and real. So my head was going, well, there's a lot of mixed messages here, and I'm not quite sure exactly who I'm required to be in this group and what is required of me in this group. I thought I could just be me and be raw and real and honest with an open heart. But it seems that that's not the case.
Marinella, come in, darling. Marinella, come in, please, sweetheart. Just got to unmute. Marinella, you're working on unmuting, darling? Okay, while she's doing that, Chris, did you want to share something?
I can come in. Totally.
Yeah.
Okay, and really, I feel, you know, this is true ascension right here, and like it goes into what you were talking about earlier, in like what your lives don't have a form. And especially today, because like even before, it was like everything was kind of just free flowing and winging it. But what I'm getting to is ascension isn't pretty. The real ascension isn't pretty. you know, and a lot of what this ascension is that people are sharing out there is the fantasy. And it's like social media and everything else. Everybody creates this story that, yeah, it's all, you know, love and light, and we're all moving towards this new earth and bringing in this energy. But nobody really, you know, is sharing what this heaviness, this human side of this ascension journey that we all face. And so, like as Rosanna's saying, you know, like energetically, we gotta hold ourselves to a standard. But sometimes in the human, there's this conflict of, you know, and it's what we can get kind of caught up in the head sometimes with, but it's like there's this contradiction or like this mismatch of we're moving into ascension, but like down here in the human, we're still trying to catch up to ourselves in spirit. So it's like sometimes we um feel like we're being pulled apart or like kind of, you know what I'm saying. And so I just feel like this sharing right here live is, you know, it's not easy, it's kind of prickly, but it's the truth of what it is. And not only that, but like for Rosanna, you know, anybody that's faced abuse or that, it's like that's why they don't come forward, because then it's kind of like, is that my life? Is that what I'm defined as? And I feel like just her airing that and voicing that, you know, is just a way to put it out there, because I feel like her energy is exposing all of this, the darkness, the abuse. I feel like that's kind of tied to her and humanity, and that's why it's coming out here live. So yeah, that's a bit of just what I'd like to share.
Beautiful. Anybody else would like to share about what Rosanna said and about the group and energy boundaries? Fiona?
Yeah, it is an unusual situation, especially for Rosanna being kind of thrown into the limelight so quickly as she has into the group. A lot of us have had time to kind of sit back and just observe. And for me, it took a year or two almost to feel comfortable and really deeply understand how the energy flows in the group. Yeah, it's quite unusual for the spotlight and for so much to be centered around a new member. And you know, your strength, Rosanna, to do that and to take that on. And it's you know, you've come into the family, and it is these family energies that we're holding in the group. So yeah, it can be quite confronting, and yeah, just hard to kind of yeah, just to get into the flow with the group. Yeah.
So when I speak about energies, and I did my best as a human being to not keep mentioning your name as best as I could, Rosanna, when I mention it. And when I speak and come from a space, it's from pure divine unconditional love. So there's two ways to look at these. People have written in comments, powerful speaking up, raw and real. Yes, I feel how you're expressing what you feel feels important collectively. That's what someone wrote with what you just said. Diane said it's only an aspect of you, Rosanna, but others are healing that aspect with you. Thank you for sharing that aspect. If you do not do this, other persons will still be carrying that burden. That's a beautiful message to hear. Yes, it's all going on, up, down, in, out. Finding sacred rage is very healthy. David wrote, sorry if you felt hurt, you didn't deserve it. It took courage. Rosemary, I don't feel you're being defined for what happened with your abuse, but sometimes by speaking out like you have, you can help so many others in the human collective. So there's a few just different, everyone has, it is what it is for you. All I can say personally, from me, Rosanna, is that at first when someone comes into the group, I think nearly everybody here could say they went through a period of this for themselves with the new energy boundaries that, just hear me out, Rosanna, till I finish, please, darling, that coming into the group, there's very strong energy boundaries in the group, because over time, Okay, big whoosh and big shift coming in right now. So just give me a second. Marinella's rejoining us as well. So energy is raising up, 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 up. So she may need to speak because there's something I want to say, but it's just not time yet. So I'll wait to see if Marinella comes in. And okay, it's taking a little bit. It will take time. I was just going to say, it'll take time for people to realize with me that right at the beginning of this video, I mentioned that whenever I speak, just go with me again with this, even though you're saying, please don't use my name. I'm not defined as that 100%. That's what it is for you. That was the healing, what you just spoke, Rosanna. The healing just happened when you spoke. That was the healing in you expressing what you said, because I want to tell you the space I came from was about energies, and I came from pure unconditional love. And I mentioned a few times in the video, this is not anything to do with you in that way, Rosanna. And that was not the space and how you perceived and received that. That was definitely not the space I was coming from. And that's where the healing is. I'm a mirror of the divine. Chris, what did you want to say, darling?
I just really had something to share about your energy and the one of the group, if that's fine. Mm-hmm. And so I'll just use myself as an example because we worked together for a long time. And even recently, you know, there's been times that energetically, like, I've been out of bounds, or, you know, like I'm coming from the head. And so like you pull me up on that. But when you do, you know, it's like guidance from spirit. And so like, here's the difference, like how I take it is whenever you do that, yeah, it can be confronting in the human, and like sometimes the ego can take a hit because we're human, right? But at the same time, there's this true part of me that realizes it's not a personal attack, and it's not, you know, your opinion. It's coming from spirit, and you're just delivering the message. But sometimes, you know, in the human, you'll catch the heat back because it's hard for us to take in, you know, and that's truly the truth of it.
That's what's happened, Rosanna. Please understand that's what's happened. And that's why I said at the beginning, please understand everything I say is not personal. I'm used to it. I've been attacked so many. You're not attacking me. I have been attacked so many times. I have had people go, well, when you said this, and I felt, and I'm like, hey, honestly, I'm coming from 9D, from a higher vibration to help you, to help yourself. I'm delivering the energies. And if people don't like that, that's very okay. I will just continue to love and continue to say, I'm coming from a higher vibrational space. It will trigger you. And some people have written here, Natalie, who's normally here that can't come in, said it's about shifting energies. When energies are spoken about, it's not always comfortable. Always said in Unconditional live from Anastasia. So Natalie knows, and people that have known me, takes 1 to 2 years, know that everything I say is unconditional love. It is never, ever an attack. And I can't even apologize for you feeling that way, because I have nothing, there's nothing to apologize for, because it is what it is. That's what you felt. This is where the space I came from. And we need to talk and table, because if we, as I say to the 144, if we can't sort our shit out, lightly I say that, what fucking hope is the rest of humanity got if we're masters, ascending, embodying, if we can't table and talk? So it's very okay you shared that and said that with me. Gosh, I feel my body is quivering right now. My heart, it was racing when you were talking, and I can feel the energies. I knew today wasn't going to be easy with you. And that's why I asked Chris to help back me up, because I've invited you and everyone into my private personal space, Rosanna. So how you've just spoken to me, I'm rattling, I'm shaking. So you need to understand how powerful you are. Please be careful with your energy with me. Please, please understand that is not the space I came from. I love you. Chris, what did you want to say?
Oh, you're good. If you're fine, yeah, you're going good.
Yeah, I'm empathic. I'm super sensitive too. And what I was doing was working with the energy boundaries of the 144 NEPP, because after 5 years with the group, which we didn't explain to you, that when you first table and share, what we learned is it's an overspill. I can't hold space for the group if everybody shares. And we'd sort of forgotten that. So when you wrote that, I remembered, that's right. I need to so I really came from that space, and have a look how it triggered and what come up for you. So it's a blessing. This is what unconditional love is. And if we can't talk as sisters and give each other a hug with this and respect each other, what are we here for? That's how I feel with you.
I wasn't coming from a place of anger. I'm Italian. I'm very passionate. I'm a Scorpio. I'm very
I'm Greek.
passionate. So
Yeah, you're talking my language. You're talking my language, darling.
Yeah.
I understand. I'm a Greco. I'm a Greco and
Yeah.
Italiano. As Marinella's Italian, and that's Marinella. You're able to come in and unmute now. You've sort of come in and you've come out and you've had adventures. Now see if you can unmute yourself, darling. Maddie, is there any guidance you can give to Marinella, please?
No, you might need to reboot. You did? Yeah, you might need to reboot the computer if you haven't already. Sorry.
Wow, isn't that indicative that you can't unmute it? You can't. We're just going to have to keep going, darling. That's very much about your voice being muted. Yes?
Oh.
Now? No, no. Is your volume up? No, can't hear you. Is your volume up? Let's go with the basics. So, Rosanna, what I'm saying is, darling, when you watch this back and when you watch the video, because we're going to keep shifting with the group, please, I could say to you, well, I'm just Greek. I'm just Greek. And no, I didn't mean it like that. I'm saying to you the exact same thing you're saying to me.
I guess, yeah, I guess if I need to say something specific to someone, I say it in private rather than in public. So I personally, I would have just, yeah, I would have preferred if I do something that's not part of the group rules, that I don't know all the group rules because I didn't know that I needed to. I honestly don't know what it is I'm allowed to share and what I'm not allowed to share.
Okay, no dramas. That was covered in the group guidelines, which was given when you first came in. There was a lot there, darling. So I also said this morning, I need to check in the group guidelines, simplify them and put in a little bit more guidance. I put as much guidance as I could in the group guidelines. So we can have a look at that when we get off and we can go over the group guidelines, and maybe I can bounce some things off and you can assist me with pointers for others that come in that would help them.
Yep.
Done. It's always a solution.
Yeah,
and I love that
like
you're Italian. I love that you're passionate. Yes.
Yeah. I wasn't coming from anger. I was just coming from, you know, this is I'm more than what I was, what I'm being
100%.
defined as. That's
100%.
all.
Well, I wasn't defining, just so you know, I really wasn't defining you from my end. I hear you and I respect and I know what you're saying, each to their own. That's what it was for you. From my end, absolutely not defining you. It was all about energies guided by spirit to work, that your energy was helping. It was linked with your name because you came in. So we can maybe say that energy and not use your name. Most definitely we can do that. That is something that I suggest to everybody to do. Get rid of the person's name or the fact that they're your brother or your sister and say that energy, yes. And then it depersonalize it. So thank you for that. That's a beautiful suggestion. So in the private group, darling, what we learned is you're right about you weren't sure about what to table because you're raw and real, 100%. And now I can fill you in and everyone can hear live too, is that in the early days, we did that in a group. It actually got too much and everyone's started, it just overspill, and I was feeling that overspill. So over the years, we fine-tuned the group where everyone knew, until you come in, was sort of forgot because we were just on another wavelength with spirit, that write in your personal diary to blah. And then after that, then share in the group, because we are all so super powerful. Our energy, what was happening was when one person was sharing, people would then private message me going, that person shared and now I'm feeling this. And I went, whoa, 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 whoa. So what I hadn't let you know was over time, we've streamlined the group's boundaries and energy. So when you come in, it was sort of like I said to Chris, it's sort of like Spirit said, go with Rosanna. So I just put you where everyone else was that had been in the group for a while. And it's refreshing to go, well, Rosanna doesn't know the boundaries. She doesn't know that. It's like, oh, shit. So it's been a wonderful revelation for all of us to remind us about back to the basics for the group, which we will look in the guidelines after this, Rosanna. How does that feel to work in with me there, doll?
That's fine.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, okay, big shift is happening right now. Marinella, you're not speaking yet, are you, darling? No, she's frozen now. Chris, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Sure. And I'll just speak kind of to like the group, because, you know, like for any of it, I know for me, like when I first came into the group, I had never been in any group or even any like spiritual support, anything like that, you know, because most of us are all lone wolves. And so whenever I came into the group, I remember like it was the first or second week, you know, I got pulled up too. And really what I'll say to you, Rosanna, is don't go in with fear or the head and trying to be like, well, should I share this or should I not? Because when you just be yourself, and even like what was shared the other day, you know, it's like once you can grow and like have that confidence and be like, okay, I'm not being attacked, but I got pulled up. Well, then you don't even care that you take that in and then you let it go, and like from there you can move forward. But it's because the way that Anastasia feels everybody's energy in the group, that's what separates it from any other group. You know, like any other group, they'll go in and share pictures or, you know, whatever else. And for this group, it's not necessarily like that. And you really don't find that out until you kind of are in the group and you go with it, you know. So like really what I'd like to say to you is, you know, just be yourself is the main thing. And from there, everything else will flow, you know, because that's what we all have learned to do in the group as well is, you know, little by little, we've kind of shared bits and pieces of ourselves, but not.
Yeah, but see what Rosanna was saying, but I was being myself and I was sharing raw and real. That's what Rosanna said. So if I look at some comments for some people that were in the group that have written here, Tanya wrote, I feel it's a difference between 3D and higher dimensions, different spaces. Great to witness this. Feels really important. And the sensitivity of all of us and also you, Anastasia, 100%. 100%. And it also lets us know how powerful we are and how our energy can overspill. And that's what I'm also showing is the overspill and the sensitivity. Remember, I'm coming from a 9th dimensional space. And so I pick up everything, things that I don't want to pick up in the unseen with everyone. I've had to learn to live with that. You have too as well. Okay, I'm just talking for me. So thank you for saying about my sensitivity too, Tanya. I cry, I have tears. I'm sensitive as well. Hormonal. Wait till you get into menopause. Boom, boom. You know. So EJ even wrote, I remember feeling how unusual it was to feel safe to share in the 144 space. It wasn't something I had previously known. This did cause overspill. I just didn't know it till I knew it. Bless. So for really powerful souls like EJ and Tanya and others, they learnt about the overspill and they learned that about me saying, hey, listen, this, that, and the other with your energy. This is what I'm feeling at the moment. So Michelle Kidd wrote, yes, I remember I transgressed the rules when I came. Diane says, when we open one door, it allows others' emotions to rise that need healing. It is layer to layer, layer by layer to face and heal. And Natalie wrote, boundaries is also part of the energies we are healing. 100%. 100%. So it is what it is. I hope you feel a bit better about it. Now, whether you choose whatever you do with the group from here will be your guidance. Rosanna and everyone else with the group. There's a big healing, collective healing coming up now. Rosanna, is there anything else you wanted to share at the moment with anything? Is there anything come for you to share with? Because there's a whole heap of energies happening right now. Whew. Rosanna, and nothing's coming for you, darling? Is she frozen? Oh, she's frozen. It's all happening today. Okay, I'll keep going. So that was massive. Let me see who's in there. I'm just, okay. I'm just checking a couple of things here. Okay, Marinella, you can't talk. I just saw another you and I just removed you. So I'm not sure if you tried with your mobile to come in. I still can't hear you, Marinella. So I'm going to put you on mute. Anyway, we're just going to keep moving. Obviously not meant to talk here today, darling. All good. Thank you anyway. If you wanted to write a message in chat, I can read it out. Thanks, but no thanks, eh? So what a beautiful, we knew that's why nothing came. People, this is what happened live. And this is for all of you, I personally choose who I have in my space because I'm a super, super sensitive empath. Like so many of you, I feel everything. So while ever someone talks, I'm feeling the vibrations and the 3D all the way through me. I was shaking, my heart was racing, my energy was going like that while I was holding space while Rosanna was releasing. That was the healing. Here she comes back in now. That was the actual healing when she spoke. So I'm just gonna remove and admit, just give me a second. People are coming in left, right, and center. That was what the energy in the group was feeling. And that was a very big public energy, was very brave again. That was part 2. When Rosie spoke up about, she didn't understand. No one was said to her. She was just raw and real. It was like, yeah, thank you for highlighting to us about the energy boundaries again. This is what unconditional love is. We need to be able to table and talk with each other. Oh, asked to unmute. Can't hear you, darling.
My internet froze, so I'm now on my phone.
Talk about going with the flow of the energies, darling. Good to have you back. So is there anything you'd like to share? I was just saying how grateful I am that we can all table and talk and share and show others from different vibration frequencies and how we work through things in unconditional love, coming from this higher heart space, laying our heart there on the table and saying, this is how I feel. Thank you for sharing and honoring and respecting. And how are you feeling in this moment?
I feel energies also. So for me, speaking my truth and having, I know if I'm in a group, I know if there's some untruths that are floating around. I know if someone is what someone is feeling. So for me to honor who I am and to walk around with integrity and respect, I need to speak my truth. I know that that I have a lot of energy, and I know that sometimes my passion and the way I come across can be overwhelming for some people. So I need to rein that in. I'm aware of that and I need to rein that in. But sometimes
you know what
I
do?
forget.
I lighten up. I'm talking about because I lighten up with it. I've spoke about this many times, exactly what you've said, and we can't sort of rein it in. We just got to, exactly what you said. You're a Blu-ray as well, and an empath, and you feel and see and pick up everything as well. And I lighten things up. That's how I do it. I lighten it up to ease the intensity, because really I can't stop being passionate and loud and Greek. I can't alter that. And I've learned to make it softer and come more from the feminine. That's how I've worked on myself for years. I just wanted to add that so I can relate to what you're saying. Thank you.
Yeah. So thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome, honey. We need to stay strong and be who we truly are and honor ourselves, as you know. And that's what you're saying. So much love to you. It has been a blessing to meet you. It has been, because you said you were reading and following for some time, the posts and everything. So thank you for resonating and all you are. And every single, hi, look at Sandra there. Every single person in here is quite a large energy and super, super powerful themselves. And hello, beautiful lady. Good to see you, darling. So Marinelle, I've got your iPhone is in the waiting room. Have you got your iPhone wanting to join while you're on? So you need to get out of this one, darling. Hop out and then I'll let you in. Do you think she'll get to speak? I'm going to boot her out. Get out. Remove. See ya. AMF. Okay. So, see if we can get in if she can have her two sense worth. So I can see a whole heap of energy is releasing off you. An old shroud energy is coming off your energy, Rosanna, and it's sometimes I think like a shroud or a call that's over someone when that's releasing off you right now, darling. So I just wanted to be aware. Marinella, here we go. Does she get to speak? Take it off mute. Here we go.
Can you hear me?
Oh!
Hallelujah. Praise the Lord.
Well, we're finished. We're going now. Good to meet you, Marinella.
Yeah,
Thank you very
nice
much.
to
It was
see
a
you.
really
Bye.
nice time. Thanks for coming, darling. No, we're sort of winding up, so this is perfect timing. What would you like to say?
Okay, well, I'm going to put light on something here, and I only got to listen to Roseanne's first 5 minutes, so I haven't actually listened to the whole lot. So the first 5 minutes, the blessing for me was you talking about seeing the fairies in the garden and talking to them. And that's what I connected with. And I'm like, wow, now I mightn't have seen fairies, but I saw my grandmother. And this is bringing tears when she passed. And that was a really pivotal moment in my life, of course. And I ran out because I was so excited when I saw her. And I ran out to Mum and said, oh, Mum, you don't have to worry. She's happy. She's free. And she said, you don't need to be stressed, because my mum was so traumatized. And of course, I was met with completely shut down. I was completely shut down. And that's why I still have issues to this day, as you
That's
know,
why
with
you're
my
clearing your voice and your
speaking
throat
up.
chakra, getting a healing
My
right now in
throat.
this moment speaking. We had to wait for you to finish off with this beautiful message. Keep going, darling.
And in that moment, of course, as you said, that was what I knew. That was my truth. That was a natural thing. That we're not just human. We're completely spiritual beings as well in a human body. And then coming into this world and everyone's so humane and just in their bodies, that was really shut down. That was a really hard thing to go through. And that's helped me work with ever since you said that, Rosanna. So I just wanted to shine the light on that and a few other things that have come up for me. So I thank you. That's what it was. I'm sorry, now I'm shutting down. I'm not able to say anymore for some reason. That was huge for me just to share that.
Because I saw a crack. So when you just spoke, when you were a child, what I've just been shown in spirit, in your aura, say a round bubble, it cracked in that moment. And that's what is being revealed to me in spirit right now. So we can now heal that live for you. And this is another example what happens in a one-on-one behind the scenes. I will be shown these visions. And so it's like an egg that's cracked down the middle, and we just seal that egg back up for you to seal your energy and aura from that trauma, that shock. So now we're putting gold down the middle of that crack like an egg, and we're sealing it and filling it with liquid gold right now. For anybody that's had any abuse, shock or trauma, visualize this egg with the crack, with the dark gap, with the zigzag crack, and filled it with gold liquid right now to heal and seal your aura and your energy and spirit right now, masters. And you voicing and speaking, Rosanna, in the first couple of minutes, that's all Marinella got to see. That's all she needed to see. That was how powerful that energy was. And I want to say that I love what EJ shared here about us talking before. When you were in and out, Marinella, you can watch this recording that this appears to bring for me to the surface the competition energies you spoke of too, because I've been talking about competition energies, and she wrote, thanks for the reminder that others in the outside world, you know what I'm doing, everyone, don't you? Yes, come on, out you go. spiritual ego, and competition is rife in the spiritual world, and we don't have room for that. I don't have that. I'm not competing with anything with Rosanna. I want nothing but the best for her. I want nothing but to lift her up, to feel her power. And I know that she would want me to feel the same way. And when we come from unconditional love, we can voice, table, and talk like I have with Rosanna, and I'm not in competition. A lot of old ego competition energies are now rising and lifting and shifting. I can feel it. Thank you, EJ, sister. Michelle wrote, me too. Thank you, Marinella and Anastasia and everyone. Hello, Megsies. She's saying hello to the magpies. We call them the Megsies. Tanya wrote, I feel deep unconscious identifications with our traumas of healing in this space of publicly as well. So when others look, they identify with us. They identify us with that. It's deeply ourselves. So I'm getting to wind this up now slowly. We'll still have a few minutes. Wow, everyone. I just want to say, wow, 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 wow. What an incredible DNA cellular upgrade and codes for those of you that have stayed to witness what was tabled and shared. Does anybody else in the 144 NEP would like to? You have an opportunity, each one of you. If any one of you would like to share something, just to give me a little signal. If there's something you feel you'd like to share briefly as we're winding up, take your time and see if there's something that resonates for you while people are waiting. If anyone wants to give me a little notification. Chris, is there anything you'd like to finish off with? Whew.
I would just like to say thank you to you and Rosanna and everybody that held space today. And, it was just a beautiful healing of raw and real, ascension, family energies and all in between. So it was just a blessing to be here with you all today. Thank you.
Okay, Rhonda, would you like to say something before we go? And then Johnny, Rhonda, it's just coming to call on. What would you like to share briefly, darling?
Just briefly, two things. One is everybody that's been on this journey of ascension has a multitude of different aspects of themselves that they're coming to share in this human form this time. No labels. It is all energy. The other thing I'd like to say too, that what I was feeling very much was, especially in the last half of this is true resurrection healing. Thank you.
I've got goosebumps. Bless, sister. Thank you. Thank you. Johnny, what would you like to share, brother?
Hello, everyone. Happy Easter. I was going to dress in a bunny suit, but I couldn't find it.
Oh, come on. Have you got your Superman shirt on at all?
No. I should have worn that today.
Yeah.
I have been sort of a bit quiet, but sitting back, I think the one thing about this group, and it might seem a bit strange, there's no cult of the guru. So it's not that we hold Anastasia and completely just accept everything she says. She allows us to resonate with what she needs to say and allow us to be what we say. And Rosie, I'm Italian too. It's been very hard to keep quiet, even using these to keep quiet as well. So I have been part of other groups where as soon as anybody sort of shows any sort of wants to raise these issues or says anything, they're just automatically booted out of the group because they just go, well, if you don't want to be part of my group, you leave. These are my rules. Anastasia does it a little bit differently, just to sort of say the rules for energy boundaries, but it's not about her ego or anything else. And that's probably one of the only reasons I've stayed in this group for so long. And so for me, I've always feel very grateful because and I know I don't want to draw this out, but sometimes I sit there and think, there are people who've been meditating and being spiritual for 50, 60 years and they're not in this group. So, why am I allowed in this group? And then I just have to step back and go, if I'm here and someone like Anastasia has decided that I need to be in this group or I'm allowed to be in this group.
Well, spirit and you and spirit. It's not me, actually.
Sorry.
Spirit,
Spirit.
You're right.
Spirit,
you were right.
but through
spirit
you.
lets me know. Yeah, it's definitely not me. Spirit actually controls the energy. So keep going, darling.
Yeah. So, and to me, that's where I have to step back a lot of times and pinch myself and just go, if I'm that worthy to be in this group, which we all are, then that means that we are embodying whatever we need to be better for humanity as part of this whole ascension process.
Wow, 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 that felt beautiful. Marinella, did you want to say something and then put yourself on mute? You're getting very emotional. What's happening to
Yeah,
you?
I just totally agree with Johnny. I can feel everything he's saying of the same way. I'm feeling that deeply. Beautiful group. We're all very blessed. I'm such an emotional person. I'm a mess. I feel things so deeply, as you know.
Oh, yeah,
Thank you. Thank you, Johnny, for sharing that. That was really precious.
it was. Maddie, what would you like to say? I can feel it from here.
See, that's what it's all about, is being sensitive to the energies and feeling when everybody needs to speak up and stuff. So that's good. Then you know it's true, and it's also that it's the time to do it. Like you said, everything happens for a reason, right? So I agree, Johnny. Good words, man. I'm Italian too, so I feel you. I'm right there with you.
Who's this bloody mafioso gang up on the Gregos? Come on. Actually, I have 1% or 2% of Southern Italian, so I'm right there with you. I've done my DNA. I've got Southern Italian heritage. Woo-hoo.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely. Bless. Anything else, Maddie?
Yeah, I was, I think probably just about everybody here has overstepped the bounds at one point or another, I'm sure, when they get in the group, especially as new one. So it's definitely a learning experience. Every day of your life is a learning experience. So, and I had trying to remember the exact phrase that was used. We got a new CIO at my work, and they said something like mistakes are something that you can learn from to make yourself better. So it's not to say that that's incorrect or a wrong thing to do. It just helps you recognize where you're at.
That's a 3D way of putting it. I call it mistake, not a mistake. No such thing as a mistake. It's all energy.
Right.
Thank you for letting me say that in respect, because I get Maddie and he gets me.
Sure.
And Diane
Thank you
wrote.
for coming on.
Oh, sorry, Maddie.
I was just going to say thank you, Rosie, for being here and being so honest with everybody.
Yeah, I
Appreciate
actually
you.
want to thank you as well, Rosie. Thank you. That was important.
And everyone else for coming in today too. Thank you.
Yeah. Diane wrote here, I feel a great deal of abundance of love coming through at the moment. You bet. Vicky, I'm glad I hopped back on for the healing at the end, much childhood trauma and repair. Tanya, thank you, Johnny. Beautifully expressed, and all of you feeling the balance of the masculine and feminine 100%. Corey, would you like to share something at all? It's okay if you do, if you don't, it's your choice.
Well, I just feel that our group is such a special space because we get to be ourselves and show more of ourselves, really, for me than I've ever felt I can do before. And obviously sometimes that means I do overstep a boundary or whatever, but I don't feel that I've ever really felt like the how can I put it? When I do overstep a boundary, yes, sometimes I'd have to take a step back. And because we are super sensitive, I can feel it as hurt at times. But I know that that's not the space that Anastasia is coming from. So I know that's something I need to look at for myself, actually.
From my side with that, what I'm actually, when we say overstepping boundaries, for me, what it is it's I can feel that your energy is over bulging out of your energy. And so I feel that. And so then I write something to say, pull your energy in. It's actually overspilling, because I'm doing it as a favor, coming from that space, advising you to learn how big our energy is and overflows. That is 100% the space I come from. And each one of you, once you've learned and realized, have then thanked me. And I've had to learn how to soften how I've said that, because, you know, I was ex-military, rah, rah, rah. What are you trying to say, Johnny? So I had to, I don't care. I'm open. I'm fully open about who I am and owning all my bits and isms. And that's where the greatest power is me admitting what I've learned along the way. I'm not making out I'm up on this fucking guru platform and I've got, no, that's a load of bullshit, people. Honestly, if you saw and knew, and I'm just going to say what I've seen behind the scenes with so many, holy dilly, you would rethink and refeel into everything and get back into your heart chamber, your private heart space with God, and follow that guidance for yourself. So I just present that opportunity and that energy for you to pick up, as Johnny said, for yourselves. You'll either like it and want to be part of it or not. It's really simple. You'll know. And yes, it might seem a little bit challenging at first, but when we see that, you know what, you're just growing into your power, because I'm in my power, I'm in my bliss. So I'm in my self-empowerment and pure unconditional love. So what do I put at the bottom of my post? Chris, what is that? Does anyone remember what I put right at the bottom? You are welcome. What is it? What is it that I put at the end of my posts?
You're welcome to the trigger by my energy, something to that effect.
100%. Yeah, someone else? Yep.
You're welcome to the trigger of the healing for you.
If you react to the energy.
And that is how I take it, and it is a healing always.
Every time. Thank you.
It is you know, it's in this new family space, and we feel very safe and protected, and we all know one another so well, and we feel very comfortable and unable to overstep those boundaries, and know when we need to pull back, that it's safe to do so. So
you will always be held in a loving space. You will never, always, because I always treat people how I would have liked to have been treated, that I wasn't. So that's the space I come from. Because I was so full on and loud and masculine and was in the military and was one of the boys. And then I didn't realize that to get to the masculine, you need to go through the feminine. So now I have that balance. So that was really beautiful what you said, Corrie. Thank you.
that's all right. Thank you. And everybody else in here. And what a beautiful healing this has been today, actually. Some fantastic family energy, resurrection energies.
With strong, powerful people, when they come together, there's a lot of you. There's no room for that fucking inflated ego. Absolutely no room. There's just no room. So I'm going to keep going. Fiona, is this something you wanted to add? I'll just keep going and finishing up here. Is this something that you would like to share, or it's okay if you don't?
Just thank you. And over the years, I've just really grown to appreciate all those healings. And whenever Anastasia says something that even it doesn't resonate yet, or I have a reaction to, I just know that the other shoe will drop and I will get it, and it might not be in the way that I expect to get it, or in an area of my life that I expect it to be. But I have learned so many times that just do what Anastasia says. Take the healing, take the advice for me, because I have learned from my own experience how powerfully healing it can be to just to see that mirror and to take it in for yourself.
That's the key. It's the mirror and feeling about it, because I don't want this to be about me. I'm hearing people and I'm like, oh, this is now starting to become a little bit uncomfortable for me, a little bit too much about me. And I thank you all, because I understand where you're coming from, what you're saying, and I love you all for it. And it's important that others see that. See, even I find that a little bit uncomfortable. But it's time for us to come from behind the scenes. So, sister, finish off with everything that you wanted to finish off with there.
Just thank you. It's just such a beautiful family energy here, to be held by so many of us in this sacred safe space. So thank you all.
Thank you, because Diane wrote, thank you, Anastasia, for opening up our hidden doors. And the greatest power is being able to feel, being confronted, understand and release, live in the divine as one, as we are not alone in these emotional releases. Well said. Thank you, Fiona. Lisa, is there anything you felt to share? Thank you. Bless Fiona. Oh, can't hear you. Oh, no, can't hear you, darling. Try. Can't hear, sweetheart. Keep working on it. I'll keep going. Thank you. You're welcome. Unless you want to put something in the chat bit and I can read it out, it's up to you. But thank you. Thank you for your thank you. We're feeling you, sister. All right. So if you want to write something in the little chat, I can read it out. Up to you. Rachel, would you like to share anything? It's really okay. It's up to you. What do you feel? Rachel Owen. Okay, unmute, darling. I think you unmuted as I hit the same time. And okay, you there? Yes.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for today. Just a true blessing. I feel, just to share that, really this is learning about mastering and learning about how we use our own energy and how we share that, and yeah, how powerful we really are. And that we are all walking hand in hand together.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
How are you feeling? I can feel your emotions from here.
Thing to talk.
Yeah, it is.
Mm.
Because that's what it comes down to at the end of the day.
Learning to use our voice. Yeah.
Yeah. And about walking hand in hand as Rhonda. So let's take all the labels off. And this is pure divine unconditional love. We're here to help humanity grow and change and bring in a new earth and create a new earth in a new way. And we need to come from 5D unconditional love. And that's the space where we're in right now. And hope.
Together. Yeah.
In unity together. Thank you. Together. Rosie, is there anything? Thank you. I knew you were done. Rosie, is there anything you'd like to finish off with?
No, just thank you for the opportunity to express what needed to come out, because it needed to come out. Otherwise, my throat would be blocked. So thank you. And I use everything as a learning opportunity. I don't take things personally. I use it as a learning opportunity to go in and reflect, because everything that happens in life is about learning and growing, and it's happening perfectly. So
Amen. Said like a true master. EJ says, thank you. All this divine space over time has allowed me, listen to this, to move out of the victim mentality and to learn where I lacked boundaries and where I resisted into stepping into who I am when I feel that strength of empowerment of who I am.
wow.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Because each one is authentically speaking up, and that's helping different people and different vibrations for what they resonate to within themselves. Anything else, Rosie?
No, just always speak your truth.
100%. Good girl. Whew. There's a big shift just went then. Big throat and chest thing just lifted when you said that, Rosie. That just shifted then. Thank you. Bless you. Marinella, anything else you wanted to share?
With you being a catalyst, Anastasia, what it's helped is to help manage my energy and being conscious of everything that's said and done.
Yes.
So when you pull us up for our energy over spillage, sometimes I'm like, oh, okay. And that just allows me to then understand how to use my voice more effectively and use my energy, like you say, to pull back and to use it
Because
wisely.
how long did I
That's what it
spend with
felt.
my energy out? Sorry, darling, didn't mean to cut you off. I just had to, Spirit was saying it was about our overspill and how big our energy was. And I've been working with you for 10 years and helping you to understand, because it's taken me 26 years to learn, where there was no one to show me the way, no one to help me. And that's why I choose to do what I do as a trailblazer, ascension pioneer of New Earth. Is no small thing to say. But that's what come from spirit. So, and it's because your energy was so big, Marinella, and you needed a hand and how to bring that in, how to understand. And so everything I pass on is what I've gone through myself. I'm not just flapping these. It's because of personal experience. That just came to say with what you were saying. There was something happening there as you spoke. I needed to come in at that time. Are you okay with that, Marinella? There's a weaving going on here.
Yes.
Because I overspoke over you before you finished. However, I was holding back, but I had to come in and do something. Do you understand what that was, or we just let that go?
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good, darling. Because I'm still learning how to manage my energy, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It takes a long time to master. The average master apprenticeship as a spiritual master is 20 years, human years. So whether you like to hear that or not, that's what, and Rhonda knows that as well, and others, it does take a long time to learn how to master in the human being, feeling deeply, anchoring, grounding, embodying it, and most of all, being conscious. And that's what Marinella was saying, is helping to bring to her consciousness. And a lot of people are not aware consciously, and I'm able to fill those gaps from the divine with their higher self with them. And that's when sometimes I can be, and I have been attacked many times by some of the people in the most spiritual high places, accusing me of dark things in my eyes and all the stuff that was going on for them. So that's why I pull back and do the email updates in the private group and everything, because it's on a much smaller personal connection. And as you've seen here, this has been a live example of what it means to work together in divine unconditional love. Each one of these masters, they're not just following and listening to me. Absolutely fucking not. Don't tell any of them what to do. Don't tell them not to touch the wet paint, because each one of you guys, don't tell, and the same as me, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me. Yeah, that's it. Don't touch the wet paint. Okay, I won't. We're all like, as someone said, all the lone wolves and the alphas are come together. And it is no small feat, I will say, as we close off, it is no small feat juggling the energies and having energy boundaries in a group with a bunch of lone wolf alphas. Holy shit. That's challenging, I'm telling you. It does take effort. It's a big chunk of my life to hold that space with the group. It's my pleasure, because I often say it'd be pretty lonely by myself if you guys weren't here. And the same with us, because it's about the new unity is community. And I'm going to finish off today with reading the card about joy. Now, is there anyone else that Carrie and Tone? Carrie, would you like to share something, please, about today? It's up to you. Yes, darling.
I was just saying thank you for today. That we've all gained a lot, and I've learned a lot from being in here and in the group especially. How to pull your energy back in and kind of sit with yourself for a minute before speaking.
I like that. And you're here. You're here. You made it here. You're here.
I am here. Yeah.
That's our private joke. She'd go, I'm here. Cheers, sister. Tone, would you like to share, sweetie? Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just got to turn it up a little bit. Just got to lean in a bit, darling.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know what to say, but I'm super triggered actually. It's like bzzzt right now. Yeah, how can I say, like I haven't been in any other spiritual groups, and if I'm anything, I'm a fucking anarchist, man. Like I would never follow anyone, like any gurus or anything. Like, and also what I would like to say about why I'm still in this group after 3 years or something. It's like I got pissed off many times, and I got like I felt insulted. I felt like she don't know, you know, like now she's, you know, misunderstanding or whatever. But it's actually not personal, like you say. Like it's okay, and I sit back and I just wait a little bit. If I get this reaction, I sit back and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go into myself now, and I'm gonna see. And then every fucking time I learn something new about me, you know. It's because me is about me, you know. It's like, yeah. Also, like, it's a lot about trust for me. It's because I had huge trust issues. Like, I can say that this comment was from me, you know. Like, I've been through this abuse thing, and it just destroys the trust I had in myself, you know. It turns you against yourself, kind of, or that's my experience of it. And it's a very interesting subject, you know. And it's when it comes to trust, one quote that I really love is like, I think it was in some kind of movie, somebody said, how do you know if you can trust somebody? You trust them, you know. And you see what happens. Yeah, it's fucking scary and it's fucking risky, but hey, you know, if you can't trust no one, trust yourself and trust life, because that's, you know, it's quite brutal, you know. Life on earth, it's quite brutal.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I will not go on, but yeah, I want to say also thank you for today. And I was super triggered. That means something came up that I can work on. Beautiful. I will pull back and I will get a lot of good stuff from this for sure. I'm pretty fucking sure about that. Yeah. And I really, yeah.
I'm looking forward to reading about that. Yeah. Oh, sorry, you really appreciate it. Yeah, darling.
I really appreciate this group. It's yeah, like, I don't know what to say. I'm a very
said it. You've said it. You are. You're like you're a lead singer in a punk rock band. I mean, you can't get any more wild than you. You're the wild child, and I just fucking love it. I love your energy. And the thing is, I could handle your wild energy when you were like, it's like, no worries, chill out. And you're like, you know, and I would trigger you. And
you know,
respect. Respect. We respect each other.
It's all about respect. Yeah. And 100%. Me is about me, and everybody else is about themselves. And, you know, anxiety is very self-centered, you know. Like, so when I get triggered and scared, I'm like, oh no, everybody's looking at me. But actually they're, you know, they are busy with themselves, you know.
And it took a little while to realize that. It takes a little realize that. And I say to people, they're in their own world. They're not worried about you. Don't worry about them looking at you. Honestly, they're too busy worrying about themselves. They're like, don't give yourself that much credit type thing. No, I'm only joking.
I know what you mean.
I know you do. Thank you. Thank you for those words of wisdom.
Thank you.
Yes. And Chris, is there something you'd like to finish off with? And then I will read the joy card, and then we'll leave on that note.
No, Anastasia, I feel that healing that everybody brought together was perfect, and I'll just let you bring that card through, and I feel that would be great.
Beautiful. Rosemary said, fab, seeing my spiritual family. Love you all so much. We love you too, Rosemary, people that have been part of the group. So many of you are sharing here. Natalie, thank you. Bless you all for showing up. We're all learning and just beginning. 100% we are in a brand new way. But you know what? This is time to have fun. Honestly, it's time to bring the joy in. EJ wrote the words you often use, the mirror of the divine, because that's what Spirit has provided the words for me to say. Not just a mirror, but a mirror of the divine is super, super powerful. And EJ said those words have so very much allowed me to see from you different perspectives, because it takes the extra personal closeness out of it. It's a mirror of the divine, and it really does just desensitize all those emotional feelings to get the golden message that spirit, your higher self, that you are letting yourself know, as Tone said, it's all about you. Isn't that beautiful? It's about new unity we're bringing and new joy. So when I deserve to be happy and you deserve to be happy, okay? And that's what this card is saying. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that came to watch, be part of this by putting your comments in. Thank you for the 144, everyone that's come individually today. We've said everything that needed to be shared. And so now we will just take a moment, sit back. We'll take 1 or 2 minutes as I read out and bring through the energy of joy. Look at the shape. Isn't that beautiful? Create joy and happiness. Isn't that interesting? Because that is the orange icosahedron. Now, we spoke about the orange icosahedron recently, about seeing yourself in the center of that as the divine feminine healing with Fiona. It is a representation of the start of our intuition, deals with our creative side and nurtures the concepts and ideas we give birth to so that we can bring to fruition all our ideas. The octahedron pertains to the heart, and the heart is a powerhouse unto itself. As our heart opens to acceptance and love, the electromagnetic field surrounding it gets stronger and stronger. When this appears, it lets you know you are right on track. Joy and happiness is yours for the taking. What is it you are rejoicing and feeling happy and content about? Something right now is giving you great pleasure in your life. Maybe there's a great stability in your home life.
I'm just finishing off, probably about 5-10 minutes, okay?
I went to mute and I unmuted. We heard Marinella telling him she'll be 2 minutes. It'll be 2 minutes, Marinella, we're coming. Something right now is giving you the greatest pleasure in life. Maybe there's great stability in your home life or a new and promising personal professional partnership. It could even be everything you've asked for has formed a place you're feeling overjoyed. Success is yours for the keeping. There will be one thing, there will be something that you can find to be grateful for. Nobody can say there's nothing. Sorry, I don't accept that. You are on track. I'm joking. You are on track and the fruits of your labor are now being seen. Don't stop now. And this is what I was saying recently about the membrane of the needle is painful. Don't give up just before the miracle. Okay. So if you're feeling it tough and you're feeling a tight squeeze, this is the pre going through the needle, breaking through the membrane of the old, ancient family negative abundance patterns that we're also clearing right now. This is bigger than just you alone. When we trust ourselves, boom, there it is. He was talking about trust tone. When we trust ourselves and our intention of what we want to create, joy and happiness abounds. It took me to 50, the age of 50, to trust myself. I just thought I would personally tell everyone. It took me till I was 50. It was a long road. Keep your mind and heart focused and on track. Action, your will and desire. Remember that thoughts are powerful. 100%. Where are you in your consciousness? Being spiritually mindful, consciously listening to your thoughts. As Marinella was saying, pay attention to your thoughts. Cannot repeat that enough. Your belief system creates the empowerment needed for success to be achieved. Let me read that again. Your belief system creates the empowerment needed for success to be achieved. Contentment is there for the taking. Joy is card numerology number 5. Happiness is 44. The crystals are citrine, carnelian, peridot, tangerine quartz, cacoxenite, and orpiment. So you deserve to be happy. I'm happy after today's live, and I hope you're feeling much happier too, because so much trauma and so much, I can't even put into words to encapsulate what this was. I feel fresher, clearer, things are tingling, space. I can see all of you all processing as well. I would love to hear anyone watching how you're feeling after this. And if you feel that you would like and are guided to join the 144 New Earth Paradigm Pioneers. There is a monthly exchange for this. Please email me at theoraclespeaks@bigpond.com. Spirit guides you and me who is to come in and screens everybody and clears their energy. It's quite a powerful process. So we'll see what happens from here. If anyone feels guided to join, it'll be what it'll be. We just continue and carry on. Thank you for today, for your resurrection, Emerald, higher heart, past trauma, clearing, healing today with all these beautiful masters that have just contributed and shared. I can't wait to watch this back. So I'm going to go and I'm excited to watch this. Thank you for everybody for joining. And in 1 week's time, you can join on the 16th is 144 gathering number 4. So watch out for that, where it'll be for 1 hour with everybody in a closed Zoom room, and I will bring through the latest upgrade, new earth energies, and I will bring that personally through everybody that joins. So that is coming in 7 days. Enjoy the rest of your Easter break, everyone. Love and light. So much love. Bless and thank you all. Bye, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you.